Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys, I'm bringing you a Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 guide. Today for you guys, I'm going to be showing you how to level up all of the drive forms found in Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, originally I actually never did a drive form guide when 2.5 first came out, so I'm deciding now the fact that 1.5 and 2.5 is a sort of relevant thing seeing as it came out not too long ago. Here is my guide on how to level up all of the drive forms. So the first form we're going to be looking at is Valor Form. Valor Form is the very first drive form you obtain in the game, and the way to actually obtain XP for this form is by hits. So pretty much every single hit that you land equals to that of 1 XP. Now the method in terms of leveling up Valor Form is actually pretty damn simple. What you want to do is you want to make your way to Hollow Bastion and make your way to Merlin's house. What you're going to do from here on in is pretty much go into this area and then train around the Heartless spawns in this exact area. Now what we're going to be using is the drive form world escape technique, which pretty much means if you're still in that drive form and you go to the world map and then visit any other world, your drive gauge will be maxed. So essentially what you want to do here is pretty much just train on the different Heartless spawns within this area. When your drive form gauge starts getting low, make your way back to Merlin's house, use the save point, exit the world, go back in, rinse and repeat. Now when my Valor Form actually increased with its drive gauge capacity, which of course means you can stay in that form for longer, I actually decided to train on a nobody spawn found in this area, which is located in the world that never was. You guys can continue to use the Hollow Bastion method if you guys want to, but I suggest that once you've actually increased your drive gauge for Valor Form, I would end up using this spot. The next form we're going to be taking a look at is Wisdom Form. So the only way to obtain Wisdom Form XP is by killing Heartless. This means that the only actual way to get XP in this form is by defeating any Heartless enemy. Now a really good location to train this form is by making your way to the Timeless River. Once you're in the Cornerstone Hill, make your way to Mickey's house and train on the Heartless in the house. I would recommend using magic like fire or thunder, only because of the fact that it's sort of area of effect, and of course because you're in Wisdom Form, the magic itself is enhanced. Once you see your drive gauge getting low, make your way back to the Cornerstone Hill and exit the Timeless River while you're in Wisdom Form. If you do this, you'll find yourself back in Disney Castle, but with a maxed out drive gauge. Simply go back into the Timeless River, go back into Mickey's house and rinse and repeat. Once your Wisdom Form drive gauge becomes increased from leveling the form itself, it means you'll have more time to spend in the drive form, so it means that you guys can eventually make your way into the other Cornerstone areas as well and use those spawns to also train too. Just make sure you're back at the door while you're still in Wisdom Form, that way you get a maxed out drive form when you re-enter the world. The next form we're going to be talking about is Limit Form. So the way Limit Form levels up is by simply using limits. Now in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, when you hold down the shortcut button, which is L1, you'll have 4 different special abilities to use. So simply using those special abilities on enemies will equal to 1 XP. A really good way of actually training Limit Form is making your way to Agrabah and go to the Cave of Wonders area just before the treasury. What you want to do is you want to enter the treasury area and you'll come across one of the organization mushrooms. Now if you guys haven't finished Kingdom Hearts 2, then this mushroom won't be here, so you will need to finish the game first. All you have to do is turn into Limit Form, engage his mini game and start using limits on him. The really good thing about this spot is that once you've successfully used your limits and used up all of your MP from using the limits, simply exit the room, use the save point to either exit the world to refill your drive gauge or to of course refill your MP, depending on what your current drive gauge is looking like. The next form we're going to be taking a look at is Master Form. So the way Master Form levels up is by simply collecting drive orbs. Now this might be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but honestly there is a really easy technique towards leveling up this drive form. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have the ability called Drive Converter on. What this will do is instead of the enemy dropping money, it will actually drop drive orbs, which is absolutely perfect in our situation. I also have the Sweet Memories Keyblade, which is the Keyblade that you get from the 100 Acre Wood equipped on Sora, and that has the bonus of the Drive Converter as well. So if you have both the Drive Converter ability for Sora as well as the Keyblade, it's going to drop even more drive orbs for you. What you want to do is you want to head to the mysterious tower in Twilight Town and go to the Moon Chamber, which is a room on the way up to the top of the tower. You'll come across 4 of these nobodies nobodies. Now, you do not want to actually kill these nobodies, you want to keep them intact, and what you want to do is you want to engage in their mini games. Once you successfully complete one of the nobodies mini games, which for the most part is pretty easy, all of the surrounding nobodies will drop drive orbs. Now, in terms of replenishing your drive gauge for this method, it's actually really simple. If your drive gauge is getting low to the point where you're almost about to switch out of the drive form, all you have to do is engage in one of the enemy's mini games and purposely lose. Doing this will either transfer you into a card or a dice, and once you transform out of the dice or the card, you will then be put back in master form, but with a completely maxed out drive gauge. This is a really fast way to level up master form, and if I will be honest with you guys, master form using this technique is probably one of the easiest forms in the game to level up. And lastly is final form. Now, final form is very similar to that of wisdom form in regards to leveling up. However though, instead of actually killing Heartless for XP, you have to kill nobodies. Now, a really good location to do exactly this is Ruin and Creation's Passage, which is an area found in the world that never was. So simply go to the world that never was and make sure you port to the Altar of Naught save point. Simply make your way to Ruin and Creation's Passage, and of course transform into final form and start tearing through the nobodies. Now, there's a lot of nobodies throughout this area. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to start at the top and make your way all the way down. However though, you won't be able to do this in one drive form session as final form. So as soon as you see your drive gauge pretty much almost depleted, make sure to make your way back to the Altar of Naught, which is the room you came from, while still being in final form, and that will then transform you back into normal Sora, but with a completely maxed out drive gauge. All you have to do is then go back into that room, turn back into final form, and continue to defeat the nobodies. Keep doing that until you've cleared the entire room, and then just simply make your way back to the Altar of Naught, teleport out of the world to the world map, go back in, and this will refresh all of these spawn points for the nobodies. And that is it, guys. That is pretty much all of the best ways to level up your drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. It'd be super cool if you guys could drop a like on this video. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.